Frank. All right, so let's get back to our guest, Tex Davis here. Tex, can you tell us a little bit more about you? Title, what we might know you for, all the many things we might know you for, and what you're working on now.
Sure. Well, let's see. I'm probably most known as a screenwriter. I wrote the movie Just Friends that stars Ryan Reynolds and Anna Farris and Amy Smart and Chris Klein. And the good thing about that is if you write a movie that takes place during Christmas, they play it every Christmas. And so here, that movie came out, 20 plus years ago, but it was on E! Channel this Christmas. So I get calls and stuff all the time like, hey, your movie's on. So that's always good. That's probably my most famous thing. But then I've done, I did some TV as well. So I helped co-create a show called Brain Games that was on National Geographic Channel. Did about 5 or 6 seasons of that. We got an Emmy nomination for that. So my business partner, we started our company, Atomic Entertainment, based off of the success of Brain Games. We did another show called Brain Child for Netflix. Pharrell Williams was an executive producer on it with us. Great story. He walked into our agent's office and he said, hey, I watched this show with my son called Brain Games. I'd love to do that for kids. And our agent was like, well, we rep the Brain Games guys and they want to do a kids version too. So next thing I know, I'm in a hotel room with Pharrell and he's just like, before we do anything, I just want you guys to know you guys are geniuses and you tell me how I can help you. So, wow. We love that guy. So we did a season of that for Netflix, and then pandemic hit. So we couldn't shoot anything. We couldn't pitch anything. So we grabbed microphones and we started podcasting. And the first thing we did was a kids educational show, like piggybacking on the success of Brainchild. And it's called Who Smarted. And it's a kids educational show, 15-minute episodes on all different topics and stuff. And it blew up. We were going to do it during the pandemic, and then it became one of the top kids educational shows in the world. So it's like a top 10, top 15 in the entire world. So we keep doing that. But then I got into other, we wanted to do some adult stuff as well. So I've got a true crime show that I do with my wife and my business partner. It's about murders and mysterious deaths that happen on vacation. It's called Slaycation. And then, we just launched an Oscars-based podcast, and it's me and the legendary Bruce Valanche, who wrote the Oscars for 25 years. He actually just did a Reddit, Ask Me Anything today, on the Oscars subreddit. And he's just, a legend. And we look at the Oscars of the past through sort of the lens of today and what stood the test of time. And we debate what they got right, what they got wrong, and the snubs and the flubs and the oversights and all that. So that's called the Oscars. What were they thinking? As in, what were they thinking? What
So why didn't you just call it the Oscars? What the
Yeah.
That's the website, dude. The website is oscars.wtf.
There you go.
Yeah.
See?
I love that.
Yeah, there's a WTF website, like .wtf is an existing, you can have that as a website, and most businesses run from that, but we love it. So Oscars WTF, and Slaycation.wtf if you want.
I'm going to write that down.
Hey,